YouTube, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you today? You know what's crazy is when a game announces a banner yesterday and then it comes out like in 2 days, or I guess in 1 day, technically. That's what's happening. Yeah, Fuji is coming out very soon. And then Gold City right after that. Kinda crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the only thing I really knew about Fuji beforehand was the Umamusume movie that I watched called Beginning of a New Era. I watched that over at Anime Expo, and boy, I do like her design a lot. But is her banner actually worth pulling for? Let's find out. So the first thing I want to look at is when I see Majiro Ryan, I kind of want to check that out. So, I'm not a fan of building Majiro Ryan. I don't like Majiro Ryan's card. Is her card good? Let's see. It's a guts card. Okay. Let's see what it's about. Let's see. Should we do level 30? Level 30? We'll just keep it at level 30 for now. I mean, I'm sure maxed out it's much better, like anything is, but oh, wait a minute. It's not even that good when you max out. Okay. All right. I mean, you get more special priorities. So I guess if you really want to press the guts button, powered game when trained together. Yeah. I'm not a fan. Race bonus. Sure, it could be useful in later campaigns, but I mean, you don't want to be pressing this guts button that much right now. Yeah, not a fan on her parameters. Not a fan of that. Until maybe like guts gets changed. Let's see what her skills are though. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I can actually change this so I can I can put the global names on here so people know what they are. Wet conditions. Now, wet conditions is pretty decent because every track is either firm conditions or wet conditions. So that's actually one of my favorite groundwork skills. I like wet conditions and firm conditions. And then I like standard distance or non-standard. And then either left or right-handed, right? Because that just covers the majority of things you'll see in a track. So I do like wet conditions a lot. What's crazy is that doesn't she get like wet conditions during her campaign already? Like as a parent? I think she has an event that gives that to her. On top of that, I mean, it's all right. Rainy days, I'm not a fan of rainy days either. Sunny days is more popular in all the champions meets that we're gonna have. I feel like rainy days doesn't pop up very much. Am I crazy? I feel like I never see rainy days. I think I only see rainy days like during the campaign once in a while. I never see that. Sunny days is my goat though, when I'm desperate for groundwork. Up tempo, it's okay. Medium straightaways, pretty good. Pace chaser savvy. You know, it's pretty much just the same as her SR. Does she have any different events here? Let's see. Pace chaser savvy on her first event. Power and guts on the second, and then unyielding. Yielding's I'm gonna be real, guys. I don't. What does chat think? What do you guys think? I'm not a fan on the support cards. You know, especially since there's gonna be Rico coming out soon. Don't like it. How about Majiro Arden? How is she? Let's see. Let's see how she is. Let's see. She is a wet card. She's a wet card here. Increase mood stat bonus when training together. Increases probability of getting hints. It's all right. Friendship bonus, hit right up. Definitely seems like a parent card. Seems like a parent card of all the hints you can get from it. Increased training wisdom bonus. Yeah, I'm more of a fan of the hit bonus right here at such an early level. At such an early level, you get so much. So if you grab it, that's pretty good. But what hints are you getting? Is that left-handed? Is that left-handed? That's left-handed? You're telling me that the curse of Suzuka will be over? You don't have to worry about using Suzuka to get left-handed? Easy left-handed. How many hints? Not even that many hints either? You don't even get that many hints for it, so the odds of getting that are pretty good. Pace Chaser Savvy is okay. Base use your corners. Pretty alright. That's a pretty alright card. I think she has it as an event as well. This might be an event card later on. Okay. That's pretty alright. And like you have frequent hints right here. Hint levels and hit frequency. That's pretty good. That's a good piece to have. You know, I don't really know. Let's see. As in Pace Chasers, that's okay. Either energy or mood up. Energy, 30 energy. Okay, what the heck? Speed, energy. Hasn't Pace Chasers. Okay. So, I mean, like, pretty much just a good left-handed. Because you can run this probably easily with... do you want to use this as a front-runner deck for groundwork? Probably not, but I still think this is okay. You know, it's also a wit card, so it's pretty flexible. You can plug this in into other decks. Seems like it's a... Is it a Wanderer? No, it's got special priority. So it's not too much of a Wanderer. Special priority 35. Not too bad. Not too bad, actually. Not fully committed to wit, but kind of pops up sometimes if you want some extra energy. It's not that bad. 5% training effectiveness if you commit to it. If you commit to it. Yeah, man, this is almost like a... It's not bad. I like it. I unironically like the SR more than the SSR. You'll get this eventually, though. You'll get this eventually. So, overall, I mean... 100% skip the support banner. For sure. You'll get Majiro Arden from a different banner eventually. I think the main thing people are looking for nowadays, because people have been saving so much, is what's hurting people a lot is not having many SRs. Because everybody is saving for the broken SRs, or SSRs, right? But I think the real problem that's like leaking alongside that is that people have been waiting so long to pick the right banner to pull for that they just don't have the copies of the SRs that they wish they had. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's becoming the biggest damper, right? For everyone else who like got to play the game earlier and pulled for Keyless on Black or pulled for Super Creek, that was our pit stop, right? That was our stop to do all of our pulls, get what we need, see what we got, and then fully like bounce our account to the highest pinnacle that we could possibly get it with what we saved up. And that's what's really weird about Umamusume is that you're just waiting for these spike increases to fully invest in the banner, but you're kind of just waiting until that happens, you know? And that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But right now, it's still kind of it's still a break, right? For support cards. Still wouldn't fully pull on this yet. Yeah, that's a currency issue. This means you have to give us more carrots now. Well, they have increased the carrot rewards. So we'll see if it's good enough, right? I am happy they increased. I'm happy they actually have listened. So, alongside the support cards, though, let's get to Fuji, our favorite magician here. Let's see what she is all about. Okay. God, this outfit, dude. This outfit's really good. So what is she? Let's see. 20% power, 10% wit. Ugh. It's kind of funny, right? Because it's like, that's what you would need for a blocker? That's what you would need for a blocker, right? She can't, I mean, you have to bump her up higher to be a front runner. Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. AM Mile. Just an AM Mile. Pretty much, like, I think Ursi said that she's pretty much just like the better Ogiri for Mile, but also a pretty good parent. Ogiri, the thing about Ogiri, though, that makes it so versatile is that you can be a one-trick Ogiri, because her ultimate just works in so many tracks. It's, like, hard to replace that. It's a very generic ultimate that works in so many places, right? Yeah. Fuji's unique feature is a low level Ogiri Cat's feature, by the way. Is it? Okay. So is it pretty much like the same thing? Let's see. Increased velocity of the asking display, just breaking out of the pack towards front. Is that pretty much just Ogiri? Is this like the same thing? Let's see. Happened in the second phase. Order rate, less than 40%. Behind the lane. Conditions remain distance 300. So it activates before Ogiri. Ogiri's 200, right? Right? Ogiri's 200, so this activates before. Right? Everyone uses it in JP. So it seems like she's like kind of like the Argiri version for Miles, but it just activates differently. So you have this, and then you have Argiri's ultimate at the same time. It's a little bit more difficult. Okay. Because Argiri is like pretty consistent. Argiri, but for frontrunner? Okay. Seems like a pretty good pickup then. 300 meters. I'm not sure how good Argiri's ultimate would be for a frontrunner. I mean, I'm sure it's okay. But still. Okay. That's pretty decent. No, I like that. I like that. That's pretty good for a parent. That's pretty good. Now, would you guys say that it's worth pulling for her? Just for her ultimate? Because I know, see, on Sky we did that. Do you think this is like another generic good pickup? Or do you think maybe just wait to see if you get lucky off banner? Aguri can't activate on the first? Alright, thank you for the correction. Unyielding Spirit. Preferred position. Shifting gears. Big Sisterly. What's this one? Increased passing ability. What is this one? This is an upgraded version of Unyielding Spirit. Okay. It's a lot of Umas here. Okay. But didn't you say that you want this to be on the front runner? But she's not a front runner. It's so weird, right? Like, she's not a front runner, but her ultimate's good for front runners. He also has good for Mile, great, unique, Mile, Sparks, like W. Oh, you know what I'd even think about? That's another thing I didn't even consider. So, unironically, having less aptitude is good for parenting, right? Because you have to understand that, like, the more A aptitude you have, the more likely it is that you're just going to get to the spark on that, right? So, like, pink sparks can only appear on things that have an A aptitude, right? So, Turf being an A, Mile being an A, and Pace being an A, the odds of getting Turf, Mile, or Pace is pretty big. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. 100% sure I'm not front maining. I run late surfers. Late surfers. Okay, let's see. Mile corners. Race Planner is very good. Race Planner is very good. I love this ability. Deadwood Scarlet definitely carried me there. Alconda's passive effect. She looks good for a front runner, but not a front runner. Exactly, right? Let's see. So this is, we have Evolved Ghost. This is not in the game quite yet, but in the future, Ghost prevents, prepare to pass, and you need Spirit, but we get the better version of that anyway. Okay. So, this is what I think. I feel like if you are already a front runner main, you're probably pulling for this character. If you are doing that, but I have my own thoughts and opinions on front runners and global, which would be a different video. But if you are someone that is investing to this whole front runner perspective that you want to do, I think she's a decent pickup. But it also depends on how lucky you get, because at worst that's gonna be 30,000 carats. And if you want your 30,000 carats to be an investment for something that's like kind of okay, if you can shell that out, that's up to you. But you know, if you're a front runner main, Summer Marzinski is already around the corner, right? So you got that to look forward to, and a bunch of other stuff. I feel like it's just maybe just unfortunate timing. Unfortunate timing for Fuji, especially with this acceleration banner. And you already know what's coming out. So imagine if you were like in global, or not in global, in JP, and you pulled this character, and then Summer Marzinski like came out immediately, right? That'd be kind of rough. I think that's the advantage that Global has over what JP had, was that they didn't know what was coming out, right? But we do. So that's a big advantage. I'd be so mad, dude. I'd be so mad if I pulled Fuji and then Summer Marzinski came out right afterwards. Man, I'd be annoyed. But that's an advantage we have as a global player. So ultimately, I'm personally going to skip her. I'm not going to pull for her. If you guys are going to pull for her, let me know why down below. I don't think she is a bad character by any means. I think she's very useful. You know, maybe like around there with Smart Falcon, actually. I would put her at like an equal value of Smart Falcon. Smart Falcon has her own niche and something that she's decent at. It's a pretty good ability for blockers, and Fuji's kind of like that too. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, one more thing. I do Umamusume coaching now. If you want an hour-long session with me, just to review your account, do a campaign with you, or just to talk for an hour about life in general, or you want me to share my dumbass college stories, I have a link down below on my Metafy. Come check it out. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.